Hello everyone and welcome back to another World of Tanks gameplay video from the KrebsCOHO channel. What are we going to be doing this time around? Well, we're going to be doing one of my own casts, and this is the match we're going to be looking at. The following. We're going to be playing on the map Lakeville, and as you guys can see, I'm going to be roaming about in my Valentine tank, the premium Valentine tank. Alright guys, so admittedly I could easily do one of your guys' replays, but I'm going to be saving that for the next time I'm going to be doing replays of World of Tanks. Alright, so I've got a lot of your guys' replays still to go through. I think I've got about 11 or so of your emails just sitting in my inbox that I'm still needing to sift through, but I will get around to that. Have patience. Patience is a virtue, as they always like to say in those traditional sort of, you know, Chinese wisdom sayings, right? Patience is a virtue. So what can you expect in this game? Well, you can expect me going on a kill streak of some sorts. I thought it was actually a pretty decent one. Now, I've just recently started playing with premium tanks. In fact, I only bought my first premium tank about a week ago, maybe a week or two or so ago. And what do I think so far about them? Well, they're pretty decent. I learned something about them that I never knew before. So, firstly, I bought the premium tanks, the Panzer B2 and the Panzer something F. You know, those ones that they took out of the store like 2 weeks ago because, I don't know, they just wanted to make them special, you know, make them in bonus codes on those retail packs of World of Tanks, sort of the stuff like that. I bought those just before they got rid of them from the market, just because I wanted to have them in my collection. I don't know, it seemed like a pretty cool thing to do, so why not? And what the thing that I learned about the premium tanks, that I never previously knew this before, was that the premium tanks, you always get put in a match in the highest tier. Alright, so I never knew that before, because when I was playing my Panzer B2 in my first few rounds, it's like, this is kind of strange. I'm at the top of the match every single time. But then I came to notice that in my other tanks, like the Valentine that I'm using right now, I wasn't at the top. I was the highest tier, but I wasn't at the top. And that's a common thing I found amongst all the other premium tanks. You're always at the highest tier, and I suppose that's pretty cool. You pay that extra gold in order to be guaranteed a more easier game. It's, I don't know, maybe it is sort of like pay to win if you want to consider it like that. It's not as bad as gold ammo, but then again, nobody buys gold ammo. But still, it's not as terrible as gold ammo. It is sort of pay to win, but you're put against other tanks that are sort of equal to you, right? Alright, so what are my impressions so far of the Valentine tank? Well, I actually got to ask you guys, what are your impressions of the Valentine tank? I actually bought this on Valentine's Day when it was like 66% off. It was only like 250 or 300 gold, so it was really, really cheap. What are your guys' impressions of the Valentine tank? What do you think about it? Now, the Valentine tank, in my opinion, it's no T-28, alright? The tank that I just killed, the last tank that I just killed right there, the big beast, the one that done a ton of damage, it's no tank like that. I mean, the T-28 does a huge amount of damage. It has a very, very powerful gun. But when you look at a tank like the Valentine, in fact, it has a tier 2 gun, which is kind of pathetic, if you ask me. A tier 2 gun. Now, the Valentine is actually quite good in that it's heavily armored, has decent health. However, it's quite slow. It's not the fastest tank. It's no T-50 or T-52. I mean, those are really rapid tanks. They're probably like the fastest in the entire game. As you guys can see just by how my Valentine is going, it's definitely not the most fastest tank out there. It's actually quite slow. I think at top speeds it reaches like 30 kilometers an hour. I suppose that's decent, but it could easily be faster, right? So the Valentine overall, I think it's okay on that respect. It's quite small. It's not as big as the T-28, so you're not going to be hit no matter where you are. I mean, for example, if you're on the T-28, your body is so elongated, and it's just like sort of like a giraffe. It's just such a elongated body, and people can easily hit you no matter where. Whereas the Valentine tank is smaller in terms of height and also width. The gun, however, on the Valentine, I wouldn't say it's that great. The gun is admittedly quite fast when you shoot with it. It's like 30 rounds per minute, which is very, very rapid. The T-28, on the other hand, I have absolutely no idea. It's very slow. It's like 6 rounds per minute or something like that. But it does a huge amount of damage. Valentine, on the other hand, fast rapid fire, but not that much damage, not that much penetration. So, gotta be a bit careful. So, I suppose the premium tanks so far have been really cool. As you guys can see, I've been doing a lot of damage here. Pretty much defending this one side on my own. I do have a few other tanks who are sort of behind me at the moment, but getting 5 kills pretty much on my own. Now, obviously the great thing about being a premium tank is, as I was saying, you're in the highest of tiers in each match. So I suppose, admittedly, like if you look at the other people on the enemy team, they were like, a few of them are tier 4s, but most of them are tier 3s and tier 2, so it really wasn't that much of a matchup against me. I still took a huge amount of damage, especially against that T28. Jesus, that was a huge amount of damage. I'm down 27 health, so even though I might be so low on health, I can still easily die. That's the thing about it. Even a tier 3 tank, if they hit me in the right spot, if they hit me in some critical area, the side, the back, whatever, that's me gone, okay? So, you know, I might be a high tier tank at the moment, but 27 health is not going to really make up for being a high tier, right? So, here we go. Overall, it's kind of a bit tied. We're leading about 2 kills at the moment, with some tanks moving along the left-hand side. That is one of the Hetzers on their team just getting another kill. Oh gosh, oh gosh. So at this moment in the game, I'm actually thinking to myself that the Hetzers are definitely the hardest things that I'm going to be put up against, because those Hetzers are definitely going to be difficult to take on. They're the same tier as me. If I'm going to have any success in taking them out, I'm actually going to have to flank them from the sides. But 2 Hetzers, Now, luckily, I was managed to able to see that one of the Hetzers could potentially have been up there. It could have been that other, what is that, T82 up there on the top left of the map. However, no idea. I'm hoping it's a Hetzer, right? So definitely, it's a difficult position to come into. Lakeville is actually a really great map. I love playing on this one, just because I have a lot of fond memories on this. Obviously, maybe if you guys have been only watching my casts for the last few videos or so, then you wouldn't know about it, but I used to do World of Tanks videos some 6 months ago, right? And I have some pretty good memories on there. You guys can actually go look them up if you want. And you can see me playing with one of my friends, Sergey, and it was absolutely fun. We had some really great times on this map, especially when we were going through the center portion, you know, the windy road throughout the center. I remember quite vividly this one time where it was just completely blocked. There's wrecks everywhere, and you couldn't even move right through the center, and we just sort of trapped this one guy. I know we were being sort of trolls, but it was a bit funny, okay? Just let us go. You gotta enjoy yourself in this game sometimes, right? I have absolutely no idea what this Panzer 38T is doing right here. I had one of 2 ideas. Either he's trying to push me, actually maybe 3 ideas. Either he's trying to push me, or secondly, he might be trying to just be a troll of some sort and maybe ram me. I have no idea, but I think most importantly and thirdly, what he's probably doing is just trying to get cover behind me. Probably push me and get cover behind me, because he knows that he's not going to have as much of a chance of surviving as I am if anything is going to strike him, right? So it looks like both of those Hetzers, oh no, one Hetzer and the T82 is up there north in north sectors, and oh my gosh, our teammates over there are getting absolutely wrecked. So let's maybe switch on over to a free camera and zoom out a bit. As you guys can see, just taking on this Vespa and finishing him off. So now it looks like the T-82 is the last vehicle alive on the enemy team, and he finished off that last vehicle that was up there. I've got 7 kills now, but you know what? Thank God the Hetzers are dead, because a T-82 I can much easier deal with than Hetzers, alright? So, say if it was a Hetzer that was still alive, and just me and this Martyr 2, oh my gosh, you could definitely bet I would be panicking, my hands would be sweating, I'd be shivering, and my voice would be absolutely raspy, and I don't know, just, you know, all the signs of panicking and being nervous, right? So, whew, luckily for us, the Martyr 2 and myself is just staying here. What happened to that Panzer 38T? I wasn't even paying attention to him. It looks like that Vespa must have got him. How unfortunate. Poor Panzer 38. He was being so careful, going behind me and getting some cover, and then lo and behold, he was taken out. Oh, how unfortunate, eh? So I gotta just spoil it for you guys. We actually win this here. I mean, if I'm always gonna show one of my replays, I think I pretty much always win. But then again, I don't think I actually always win in my casts I show you guys, just because I think it's always good to show a loss every now and then if it's a good video, right? Anyway, guys, well, there you go. 7 kills. That was entertaining to say the least. It was a little bit tense, especially for me, knowing that there was still another tank out on the field. It wasn't a tank destroyer, but it wasn't a headser, luckily for us. So the main point of this was to show you guys just my kill streak that I got on my Valentine tank, and whilst the 5 times XP was still going on. 7,800 XP, woohoo, that is a lot. Now, as I said, next time around I'm gonna do one of your guys' casts, if not, hopefully a few of your guys' casts, so feel free to send them in at my email. You can find it in the description box below. It's KrebsCOHO at hotmail.co.uk, and hopefully I'll get around to doing a cast of your video. Just provide me a wee description of what happened, and hopefully I'll get around to it. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a very nice day, and until next time when I catch you, I will see you all later. Bye-bye.